Renault Trésor. This concept car debuted at the Paris Motor Show in 2016. The Renault Trésor received a dynamic silhouette, narrow headlights, and embossed panels with different textures. There are no traditional doors, but in order to access the double saloon you have to raise a huge cap, which unites a part of the roof, the hood, and the panoramic glass. The technical interior of the Renault Trésor concept is borrowed from the electric racing cars of the Formula E series. A 350 HP electric motor on the rear axle, 2 batteries, and an energy recuperation system. Rolls-Royce 103EX. The concept car Rolls-Royce 103EX was introduced in London in 2016. The car received completely enclosed front wheels, separated from the hood, a teardrop roof, and an open back. According to the creators of the Rolls-Royce 103EX, it's a fully autonomous electric car, and its design has a lot of composite materials. There's no possibility of manually controlling the car, so there's no driver's seat, no steering wheel, or instruments. Vision Mercedes Maybach 6. Under the floor of this electric car, there's an 80 kWh flat battery pack installed, feeding a 750 horsepower electric power unit. The car does 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds, and the maximum speed is limited by the electronics at around 155 miles per hour. The overall dimensions of the concept car are 19 feet in length, 7 feet in width, and 4 feet in height. The interior of the Vision Mercedes Maybach 6 is even more futuristic than its exterior. Inside, there's a huge display from door to door, and at the same time, all the information necessary for the driver is projected onto the windshield. Mercedes Vision Van. This car combines innovative solutions for the delivery of goods in and around the city. Vans will be connected to the network. The car will be equipped with telematics equipment and digital technologies, thus turning into the main element of the delivery process. Thanks to it, you'll be able to update the shipment status as often as possible, and not just after it gets into the warehouse. Goods will be loaded based on the itinerary, so the boxes will be sorted in a certain sequence that won't be violated all the way. Nissan Blade Guider. This concept, with a narrow front part and a wide rear, can seem controversial in terms of stability, but it provides not only an exotic appearance, but also good aerodynamics. And for an electric car with a very low center of gravity, this scheme can even give a gain in maneuverability. The car is driven by a pair of electric motors, one for each rear wheel, with a peak power of 177 HP each. They are controlled by the traction vectorization system, so that a competent distribution of the load on the right and left engines helps the car to go through turns. Faraday FF01. This vehicle is an electric hypercar. This invention has a futuristic appearance, unrealistically low ground clearance, an abundance of bends, and many aerodynamic elements. The car will be made of carbon fiber and other composite materials, and will be equipped with 4 electric motors. Each of them spins one wheel, and together they have a capacity of more than 1,000 horsepower. This power will allow the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds, and reach a maximum speed of 200 miles per hour. BMW Vision Next 100. Thanks to its artificial intelligence, this car can anticipate the development of the situation on the road, give valuable advice to the driver, and solve some of the problems on its own. In conditions of poor visibility, the onboard computer will warn the driver of all road users who cross the vehicle's trajectory. Interestingly, all information about the state of the car will be displayed on the projection display. Instead of the usual steering wheel, the driver will use a rudder. When the autopilot is activated, the front seats are turned to the back, thus the interior of the car turns into a kind of coupe. Mercedes-Benz F015. The concept of this vehicle looks very strange. The main mode of the car is unmanned, and 4 passengers sit facing each other in comfortable sun lounges. To their service, there are a lot of electronic means of communication and entertainment, and the usual manned mode is only an auxiliary one. If required, the driver can deploy the seat in the traditional position, face forward, and pull out the steering wheel from the dashboard. The output power of the traction battery is 80 kilowatts, of the fuel cell unit 120 kilowatts. In total, this is 200 kilowatts or 272 horsepower, which exactly covers the peak output of the engines. SRT Tomahawk Gran Turismo concept car. This car will be presented in 3 versions: urban, racing, and experimental. Depending on the version, this hypercar will be equipped with motors with 1,007 to 2,590 horsepower. At the same time, the maximum speed of the most powerful model of SRT Tomahawks will be 400 miles per hour. A special feature of the car as a whole is the V10 engine, and also its pneumatic wheel control system, aerodynamic body elements, and suspension. Especially for this car, the auto concern has even developed a concept of anti-overload suit for the driver, which is often used by fighter pilots. Toyota Supra FT1. This car will be equipped with a 3.5-litre V6 engine and turbocharger, combined with a 7-speed transmission. A powerful engine will generate 450 horsepower, which is more than enough for a quick ride. This car accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds, and its maximum speed reaches 190 miles per hour. The front and rear lights of the car will have LEDs, and the car slightly resembles a Lexus LFA. At the rear of the Toyota Supra there's a spoiler, and inside the car will be even more comfortable. Leather seats, leather steering wheel, climate control, and a large space will allow people to feel comfortable while driving this car.